You ever look at a company and think, dang, they're really doing something special? That's how we, and probably a lot of us, feel about 1Z Entertainment. What started as a leap of faith by SB19 has now blossomed into a full-blown creative powerhouse that's producing quality content and reshaping how we view Filipino artistry. And let's be honest, how often do we get to witness a company from scratch turn into something game-changing right before our eyes? That's why 1Z is like an anomaly in the new age of creatives, and we live for it. So today, guys, let's talk about 5 things we can pick up from 1Z. And these are things we can apply to life, work, and passion in general. Here we go. We've heard it all before. You need experience. You need an X amount of years in the industry before anyone takes you seriously. And we've all been frustrated by those words, right? But 1Z Entertainment is turning that notion on its head. Instead of relying solely on industry veterans, they're collaborating with newer talents like 1032 Lab, for example, who absolutely blew us away with their work on Damn.
Tinry namin talaga na planuhin together with the prod team 1032 and then ayun parang sabi namin sige mag-risk ulit tayo since mahilig naman tayo mag-risk. Ayun.
The visual storytelling, the cinematography, the art direction, I mean everything about that MV screamed quality and intention.
I'm really looking forward also sa team namin gaya na sabi ni Stell. Kung paano kami mag-grow kasi I think this is gonna be the first time din also na with like 1Z.
It's very collective yung for this era, and we decided nga rin to collaborate with great minds like 1032. Tapos syempre we have new people din sa team namin.
It wasn't even made by a huge corporation with a bottomless budget. You know what I mean? It was made by people who cared. People who's passionate and hungry to show what they've got. They showed the industry that it's not about how many years you've spent in an office or studio. It's about what you bring to the table.
Yung mga nakuha namin for this epic project, yung mga right person talaga, and yung may heart.
Hands-on din lahat, pati yung team namin dito sa 1Z.
Yeah.
Kasi syempre nga, hindi siya basta-basta project lang.
When people are driven, when they're hungry, and when they're given the space to execute their vision, magic happens. And the fact that this magic is happening under a Filipino company, guys, 1Z is living proof that sometimes the best talent just needs someone to believe in them. And that's what 1Z is doing, investing in underdogs and giving them the platform to soar.
Kaya imagine with that limited time, limited budget, limited people na nag-work, naka-pull off ng ganon. So we're very happy and proud sa lahat ng tao na naka-work namin.
When SB19 left their previous management and started their own company, many people saw it as a risk.
Kailangan muna may mauna.
Oo,
Bago sila
exactly.
gumawa. That's why
Takot tumalon yung
Yeah.
mga
Yes.
tao eh.
takot talaga. Pag yung pagiging risky talaga.
Parang gusto laging may benchmark muna,
Exactly,
may
exactly.
comparison.
Kung mga
Pero-
test muna, okay, yung iba muna. Let's see, baka mag-flop yung gawa.
But to them, it was about building a space where trust is the foundation, not just contracts or convenience. And we're seeing the results of that now in the SAW era. It's not just about creative freedom, it's about that mutual respect, and it's about sharing the same goals and belief.
Ever since gusto namin na parang china-challenge yung creative industry para lahat din tumataas yung value ng buong industry natin. Kasi diba, yung mga tao kasi na nag-work behind the creatives, bina-value din namin talaga na hindi lang naman ganito yung worth ng mga yan eh. So, dapat makita ng mga tao na ganito yung output natin para nagiging norm na siya na hindi na siya iba. Kasi before parang takot pa sumubok yung mga tao.
Whether it's with choreographers like Kuya J and W3 or production teams like 1032 Lab, or even new producers and collaborators, the people behind the scenes, everyone in that company. And this trust isn't surface level. It's deep-rooted.
Natutuwa ako sa team na lahat nag-iisip, lahat nagtatalo. Merong parang tension pero hindi siya bad tension but gusto lang nila na
healthy work tension.
gusto nila maging maganda yung kalabasan ng lahat.
From the way the members trust each other with their solo projects, to how they share leadership roles, to how they're unafraid to try something bold, because they know their team has their back. It's a model that applies to everything, really. Whether you're part of a band, a startup, a film crew, or even just a college org project, you know what I mean? When you trust the people around you, you don't waste energy second guessing. You get to focus on the art. You get to focus on the vision. And that's where the best ideas and outcome flourish.
I feel very happy kasi parang na-feel ko na one movement ulit kami. Like, mas nararamdaman ko intact kami ngayon. Yung movement, it will always parang push forward.
One thing you'll hear over and over and over again is how much SB19 loves their fans. From the beginning, they've treated fan support as more than just a statistic, right? They know that people are spending time, effort, and money to support them, and they reciprocate that love in every way possible. Through song quality, through live performance energy, through personal interactions, you know? Through consistently trying to give more than what's expected.
Yung fans kasi nag-grow din kasama namin eh.
Yeah.
So parang napag-usapan natin kanina na nag-iisip na rin sila. Alam naman nila yung tama sa mali eh.
Ang nagustuhan ko talaga sa 18 is parang sinasabi nila yung totoo. Parang sila rin yung isa sa mga reason bakit nag-improve din kami somehow. And yung mga bagay na napapansin namin about them is yung mga totoo lang rin yung sinasabi nila sa amin na constructive criticism man yan. I mean, that's totally okay. Kasi yun naman talaga yung kailangan namin.
And here's the kicker. They don't recycle the same fan experience. Every concert feels like a brand new event. Every live performance, unique energy and showmanship. Every release, a different vibe. You can tell they value their audience and they want to keep surprising them. That's why some fans watch the same concert twice in a row. Like, they know SB19 will switch things up and make it worth the second watch.
Super na-appreciate namin lahat ng ginagawa nila kasi kung hindi naman talaga dahil sa kanila, wala talaga kami dito. Imagine, nag-start kami before na iilan lang yung pupunta sa mga shows namin. Even yung pag nag-mix kami before, iilan lang yung nanonood sa amin. Pero now, seeing them growing and growing and growing, not only here in the Philippines but also international fans we have, super nakaka-overwhelm siya and we're very proud na merong ganong klaseng tao na sumusuporta sa amin.
But beyond that, it shows how much the group values relationship building over profit making. I mean, sure, they're a business now, and yes, income is important to keep their dreams and goals going. But what makes 1Z different is that they don't take their community for granted. They don't look at their fans as just a means to make money, and that's a standard more artists and companies need to follow.
Siguro add ko lang din yung community na nabuo ng 18. They work on things from their own professions. Kasi I feel like we share the same goal. Na ginagawa nila yung best nila. Nag-e-effort din sila. They built their own community. They plan things. Gumagawa sila ng mga pakulo. Ganyan. Para matulungan kami to achieve our goals. Kaya nga 18 para sa amin. So, siguro malaking bagay yung pangalan na 18 na atin. Na nagkaroon din sila ng mindset na everything we do is not just very selfish na goal, but for everyone.
Let's talk about something that needs more highlight. And that's how celebrities treat people when the camera's not rolling. From the stories we've heard, SB19 and the 1Z team are the kind of people who remember your name, ask how you're doing, and genuinely keep in touch. And that's why so many talented creatives and, genuine friends are willing to go the extra mile for them, even when resources are limited. Case in point, the Dunka MV.
Kasi they are like friends din naman yung mga guests na kasama namin. So they really helped us to be there.
What started as a simple visual concept quickly evolved into something epic. Because the team rallied together. It wasn't just a job for them, they wanted it to be a statement. And that's what happens when you create real connections with people. You build a community, not just a crew. Ask anyone who's worked with them, from makeup artists to camera operators to other big names. The stories are the same. SB19 and the 1Z team are humble, collaborative, and genuinely kind. And it's not just about being famous or having the budget. It's also about how you show up for people and how you make them feel valued in the process. In return, they'll show up for you too.
Gusto namin ng pulidong planning and may time for the artistry to grow.
And pinagbigyan tayo.
And pinagbigyan talaga. Sobrang grateful kami doon. And yung amount of creative freedom, natatranslate ko ng maayos.
We've all been there. That moment when we say, maybe later, when I'm more ready. But let's be honest, sometimes later becomes never. And what 1Z and SB19 are showing us is the power of starting anyway.
Kailangan namin gawin lahat ng makakaya namin sa oras na meron kami. Which is, we don't know kailan ba talaga siya matatapos.
They didn't wait until they had all the answers or all the connections. They had an idea, a purpose, and a whole lot of guts. And they moved. They launched a company. They built their own studio. They partnered with new creatives. And they started a new era. Actually, scratch that. They started a revolution. It may not be perfect, but it is surely real. And it's inspiring as hell.
Mas maraming tao na ipagpapalit, or yung mga matatanda, pag common na tinatanong mo, or pag nanonood ako ng mga successful people, laging tinatanong sa kanila, ano yung regrets mo sa buhay? Lagi na lang sinasabi, sana mas ginawa ko pa lahat. Sana mas in-experience ko pa lahat. Sana mas nag-explore. We should be living more. Yun lang yun siguro yun.
Our time on this earth is very limited. We may think, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, I still have time. But the truth is, our time may end tomorrow, or even as early as today. So while you're here, alive and full of energy, do it. And if you don't act on your ideas, like what they said, someone else will. Not because they stole it from you, but because the world doesn't stop waiting for us to feel ready.
Tapos kung nakuha mo na yung idea tapos hindi mo pa siya grinab with whatever capacity you have, makukuha siya ng ibang tao.
Hindi, sabi, baka maunahan pa tayo ng
Yeah,
iba.
that's
Diba?
true.
Parang something like, about if may iba nakaisip niyan, di lang naman tayo nag-iisip
Yeah.
ng ganyan, diba? So, just take the risk.
Yeah, yun talaga yung mindset na if it's not me, if it's not us, it will be somebody else.
Exactly.
Yun talaga yun.
Kapag may idea ka nga, nandun na siya. Bato
Hindi mo
mo na,
pwede
gawin
bitawan.
mo na. Parang pwede namang gawin yung ibang, pwede naman ma-mitigate yung risk dun sa ibang bagay, pero yung pinaka-output, yung pinaka-idea, kung mong isa-sacrifice just because you're afraid na mag-fail yung bagay na yun. So, gawin na lang natin. Kahit ridiculous tong idea na to, gawin na lang natin. I'm really proud of what we released.
If you've got a concept, a dream, a passion project, do what you can now. Even a small first step can change your life. Don't underestimate what momentum can do, and never underestimate what you're capable of. You can do it, and we'll be here. The people who believe in you, cheering you on. And if you feel like nobody believes in you, believe in yourself.
Kung hindi ka naging masaya dun sa mga panahon na buhay ka, parang wala siyang silbi. Wala siyang silbi. Ang importante lang talaga dun is kung ano yung nafe-feel mong gawin at feeling mo yun ang nararapat para sa'yo. Gawin mo na habang may oras ka pa. Kasi you'll never know kailan magsa-stop yung time mo.
What 1Z Entertainment is doing right now isn't just good for SB19, it's good for the entire creative industry in the Philippines. They're proving that quality doesn't have to be outsourced, that trust makes for better art, that passion can outshine pedigree, and that love, real, mutual love, between artists and fans can build empires.
We want to leave a legacy sa lahat ng ginagawa natin. Possible na hindi pa rin natin bagay niya. Kahit na walang blueprint, kahit hindi tayo sure sa tinatahak natin, at least tayo makapag-leave ng mga symbols or marks na ito yung sa akin ito yung nadaanan namin. Pwede nyo siyang magamit.
So here's to all the dreamers, the doers, the builders. If 1Z teaches us anything, it's that you don't have to wait to be chosen. You can always choose yourself.
Sabi nga sa amin ni Kuya Jay, pag yung choreographer po namin, and somehow nagiging ano na namin siya.
Life coach.
Life coach na namin siya. Sabi niya sa amin, may mga moments na parang feeling mo, ikaw yung star na hindi kumikinang. Pero may mga taong tumitingin pa rin sa'yo kasi nirurot nila na mag-shine ka.
Grabe.
So ngayong time mo naman na kailangan mong mag-shine, dapat pakita mo na kung ano pa yung kaya mong gawin. And kung may mga taong hindi pa rin naniniwala sa'yo, pakita mo lang yung shine mo. Kasi dadating yung araw na hindi man nila nakita yung shine mo, makikita nila yung liwanag na taglay mo.
Yung katulad na sinabi, Stell, wala na tayong dapat gawin, pero kailangan natin ipagpatuloy. Kasi hindi na natatapos yung fire natin, hindi pa natin na-achieve lahat ng goals natin, and marami pang nakasubaybay sa amin na inspire sa mga ginagawa namin. So, we'll keep doing what we love. Tapos kung magustuhan nyo, thank you. If hindi naman, okay lang din. Pero ginagawa namin kung ano yung gusto namin. Masaya kami doon.